Are we back? Please.
Oh, I think
There
back.
we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Yay.
There we go. Why are we unstable?
Well, you know, there's many reasons we're unstable.
Why is Twitch
I'd
unstable?
Oh, Twitch. Yes, I'd rather not go into why I'm unstable at the moment.
Yes. Sorry, everybody. Are we still there? I don't know. Shout out if you're still there. We appreciate you.
We're there for me.
Okay. But, where were we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Aurelia makes note of even the nerd talk, because it could be things that interest A, the Starblade, or B, Iris.
Yep.
So she'll just make note of things, and she'll even chime in on a couple things, because she has learned a few things, you know, in her time.
Can you roll engineering?
I will do my best.
By the way, chat has given you 3 points of luck.
That's awesome. Where is engineering?
It's a tech skill.
Oh, it's a tech skill.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it under tech.
Where'd it go? Oh, sorry.
Would it be an expert?
Yeah, technically engineering itself is an expert skill. But go
so
ahead
and just roll base expert?
No, because it's a tech skill, not an intelligence. Good try, though.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I would say roll basic repair for this, just as
okay.
Chat has given me 3 points of luck.
I don't need to actually impress him much. I just need to remember what words these is to just vomit jargon back at people later, possibly. I'll spend 2 points so that I at least have a 4.
Yours or your
I roll?
Yours or
let's use the ones that have been kindly donated by chat. That sounds nice. 8.
It's not horrible, but you make like it's that one point where you make some slight you flip-flop 2 words, and then he will kind of go off on that nerd explanation about why that happened. And it's that level of explanation of that's not mansplaining.
Yes.
It's an actual expert going on and on and on.
Yes. So she'll smile and nod.
And it's like but at the appropriate point where it doesn't go on too long, Liang will intervene subtly and just kind of slide her arm through his. And he kind of winds himself down.
Ah, nice.
So
yes,
she's
like, training him well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She is definitely.
But he also got to get a little nerd on, so he should feel a little better too.
Yes, he is feeling a little bit more comfortable. And you can go ahead and roll persuasion. You still have your +2 for all of your social stuff.
Cool. Persuasion and fast talk +2. How about a 24?
24 is fabulous.
Luca
doesn't like Lorien. He doesn't like Lorien involved in this project. He's not sure why there's this major event for all of this, but he can't get rid of it. He has to put up with Lorien because he's the
he's fundraising for it. Yeah.
It's also he's the head of the he's the head of the family corporation, you know.
But she can safely say, well, she thinks she can safely say, probably not in the circle if he can't stand Lorien working with him.
Based on everything that Luca is saying and talking about and the way he's acting,
he's just a big nerd. Yeah.
He is not in the circle, and the only reason he's at this event is because he has to be. And Liang is only here because he is.
And because she must work the room, as a host must, she will thank them for the time. Thank you so much. It's been delightful catching up with you briefly. I'll see if I can stop by again later, but please, message me what new shows you've been in. I need new things to watch on these dreadfully long exertions through space these days. And I'd love to see your work.
I can't wait. Looking forward. I hope you enjoy them. And she will subtly try and guide him around the room, kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's go over to Lorien.
Lorien has kind of ended
his
conversation.
He's a drink or two in by now. as well.
He's definitely a drink-in by now. He is.
Then she'll get him a second.
He is kind of finished his conversation with that one.
Perfect timing.
Parliamentary individual.
Would hate to be rude to the parliamentary individual.
You kind of time it perfectly that they're or the waitstaff is just that well trained. It's for security purposes. To walk up to you with a plate of canapes is kind of the two of you and the waitstaff kind of come together so that the canapes can be offered to both you and Lorian at the same time.
Lorian!
Aurelia, darling, it's such a wonderful surprise to see. And he will go in and try and do the full European double kiss.
It's fine. I'll have to sanitize later, but it's fine.
Yes, indeed. I'm so happy that you could join us. We didn't expect you back on planet yet. Are you having fun, my dear?
Oh, yes. I've been in talks with, of course, the party planner to make sure everything was going off without any hitch for you.
Oh, I'm sure it would have been fine, but I thank you so much. Sebastian...
It would have been something.
I keep a straight face.
Okay.
No, you did such a fabulous job, darling, isn't it? And you did, and he will kind of lean in to kind of rest his arm around on your wrist and kind of just that little. You did such a good job.
Have you spoken with Argento yet? He's here as well.
No, I didn't know that Argento was coming. I didn't expect him. I fully expected that neither of you could come, given the very busy and important work that you're doing to defend Earth sphere for ourselves.
Oh yes, of course, very busy and important work. That, of course, when we hear that his little brother is helping put on an event, we must attend.
Well, I'm sure that Sebastian would be happy to tell you all that you came to help.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be. Have you seen him? I haven't run into him yet at this event.
No, I haven't seen him at all.
Interesting. How are you? Last I saw you.
Wait. Is that interesting that you don't believe him?
Oh yeah, I don't believe him at all.
You can always roll human perception on him.
Oh, I would love to roll a human perception on him. Also, did he have the same reaction to Argento's name that he did at the hotel? Where he almost choked on his beverage. 17. Ooh. Interesting.
Alright, you're pretty sure he did not have the same reaction where he choked on his beverage when you mentioned Argento. And he kind of does that look around like, no, I haven't seen Sebastian at all, like he's looking for him once you mention him.
Yeah, in her head she's still thinking, yeah, you probably saw him before the party, it's fine, he'll show up. How are you? I mean, we all had to split ways rather suddenly the last time I saw you.
It was rather upsetting. I'm sorry I could not join you for these events, and I'm very surprised that you had to leave, but honestly, didn't really miss much. Both the bride and the groom never showed up.
No, I heard about it. It's quite awful, really. I mean, everyone expected that merger to go through. What an upset.
But how are you doing, Aurelia, darling?
Oh, never been better.
We've heard rumors, that you, well... Are you and he'll kind of lean in, but he kind of stage whispers. It's like, well, are you and Argento really all right? Because we heard rumors that there was, divorce discussions going on.
Oh, divorce rumors, dreadful. Wonder who could have started those. They were probably just jealous. No, we had a wonderful 10-year anniversary just a few months ago.
Wait, question.
In fact, that's why I had to leave so suddenly. He seems picking me up.
Well, indeed, indeed. Well, And just as he starts to say something, you'll hear the music change, and that's when, the Duchess of Cornwall will make her
yes,
grand
the
introduction.
Duchess will make her entrance.
She makes a grand entrance, sweeping
sure.
down.
Very grand.
Hold on. On the arm of her brother, not her. Her. Where'd it go? Where did she go? Hold please.
I don't know. Was a Duchess, I imagine, is coming down the staircase, and
Yes.
she's going. Grand entrance.
Yes, she is wearing a floor-length wrap gown with a capelet and a tiara because she can.
And she can. I don't blame her. I feel like Aurelia would wear a tiara if she could get away with it. Oh, it's the cute Sterling Corp kitty here to say hello. They're like the mascot of the corporation. And they're so cute.
Alright. I am totally messing up British noble history by making Lancaster the Duchess of Cornwall, but you know what? Screw it.
It's the future. Anything can happen.
Family is complicated. She does have one visible she's not doesn't have a visible cyberware, but she is wearing a jewelry that looks like a power glove. Can interact with the neural network.
Makes sense.
She is.
Everyone has tech these days.
Will sweep slowly down the stairs, making sure to catch the eye contact. Synced perfectly to the music, because she does. Her short brown hair is tied up in the with the perched in such a way that it, the tiara fits perfectly, and the burgundy of her dress just kind of goes off and makes a statement against this white and glass area. And all of the flowers that Elise arranged were very, greens of boxwoods and, roses and ferns and very easy kind of flowers to just kind of throw against something and don't have to worry about what it really looks like. But she makes her grand entrance and is smiling and nodding to a bunch of people, but she strides across the dance floor directly to join you and Lorien.
Oh, how wonderful.
And as she approaches, Lorien will kind of give you that slight bow of and my dear, your grace, wonderful to see you again, as he flurriedly bows and will kiss her hand.
And Aurelia would do a full curtsy, as is polite.
Well, I mean, she's a duchess, she's
a duchess, Aurelia's a Martian princess. It's fine.
You're also technically a countess, because your husband is an earl.
Mm-hmm.
So she's only one rank of nobility, 1.5 ranks of nobility above you, depending on if there's a marquis anywhere around.
Yep.
But
so she'll do the curtsy.
Mm-hmm. And Lorien is with
how much is he sucking up?
A lot. I mean, he's sucking up a lot. But she doesn't, there's nothing that gives any impression that she's displeased.
Gotcha. Noted.
Lorien, darling, it's so wonderful to see you again. I'm so pleased this little event that you've arranged. It's absolutely smashing. I'm so glad to attend. And this must be your cousin. And it's this must be your, as she's purposely waits to be introduced.
Mm-hmm. Does Lorien step up to plate, or does Aurelia have to introduce herself?
Lorien will step up to plate that half beat late.
Oh.
That intentional half beat late, well, you're not really, okay, I guess I have to. I'm not, Madam, Your Grace, this is my dear friend Aurelia Ludus Sterling. Her husband is the Earl Argento Sterling. This is their, corporate headquarters, and we're quite kind of them to arrange to allow us to host our little soiree here.
Pleasure to meet you.
A countess, isn't it?
Yes.
You look very familiar. Have we met previously? I'm sorry if we haven't.
Oh, I'm sure we've attended many of the same events in the past. Not recently, though. I'm afraid I've been away on work travel, But glad to be back.
Yes, I'm so glad you're back. It's so much nicer to be, with terra firma under one's feet, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
You don't mind if I borrow Lorien a moment?
Oh, not at all.
Thank you very much.
Very genuine. No, not at all. You'd have him. Take him away.
She will allow him, as in she kind of guides him away onto the dance floor, and they start waltzing. Lorien went to Moon, to Tycho. He is perfectly educated in all of the social etiquettes and the appropriate dances, and she's a duchess,
Mm-hmm. The ballroom is a wonderful place to have conversations.
Isn't it
dance
just?
Floor. Isn't it just? So I think she finds Argento.
Mm-hmm. It's not hard to do. He's kind of like he knows how to work. He knows his station. He knows his job. He's been working the room and has kind of come to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
My dear, you look like you want to join me. And he'll kind of gesture out his hand.
Love a dance. It's like you read my mind.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And he will lean in and go, I'm quite sure that if we weren't here, a number of people would be, very surprised at the attendance.
Oh. I'm almost disappointed we showed up. It would have been quite a disaster, but it wouldn't have looked good on the Sterling Corporation, so...
Have you seen Sebastian?
I have not. However, you might be intrigued to hear that the Duchess has met up with Lorien Messer previously. She said, it's so good to see you again.
Well... And he'll kind of, smirk, rise an eyebrow as he twists you into a spin. Go ahead and roll me performance.
Oh, let's see. What skill is performance?
I believe it's cool.
Oh, that would be wonderful if it was.
It's a... I believe it's cool. It is...
It's not cool.
It is, performance. Where'd it go?
Oh, there's dance.
Oh, yeah, let's go with dance.
Dance. Oh, that is a reflexes skill, which is...
Oh, yes,
not
there's dance, duh.
Most amazing.
There is still one point of luck.
Yeah, I'll put that point of luck and one of my own points of luck into it, because I want to look decent on the dance floor. We'll see. 16.
16. Very good. Very professional. Argento will guide you through the crowd to...
So we can drop some eaves?
He is assuming that's what you want him to do.
Oh, yes. I assume he wants to drop eaves as well.
He kind of does.
Based on... Yeah. We can drop eaves together. The couple who drops eaves together
stays
together.
I believe there is actually an eavesdropping. What is there? What is it? It's, Nope. Well, there's a stealth skill, but I don't think this really applies.
There is a stealth skill.
Oh, no, wait. There's shadowing and avoid pursuit. I would say this is shadowing.
Okay, let me... What's
intelligence.
Skill is it under? Intelligence! Oh, wonderful. Shadowing and avoid pursuit. 13.
So, you can get close enough. I mean, within the spin of the dance room. They are definitely talking in a Go ahead and roll me awareness notice.
Awareness. Yeah.
See how much you can hear.
19.
Ooh, even better. You can definitely hear the majority of their conversation. It is in German.
Oh, dear.
Do you speak German? I know you speak more than one language.
Yes. Would she speak German? What's the primary languages of Mars? What was Mars mostly settled by?
I mean, the
Also,
major.
what would have been taught at Moon School?
Well, I mean, the major world powers in the Starblade universe have always are the United States and Japan. Arasaka and Militech.
So she'd speak Japanese for sure.
You definitely speak Japanese. You roll a D100. Let's Call of Cthulhu rules this.
72.
She
No,
do not speak German.
do not speak German.
So then the question becomes, does Argento speak German?
Well, he is head of military. And Germans are usually actually quite good at strategics, and that type of thing. So I'd like to think that he might speak German. It's also, he grew up in a more European setting than she did. She grew up on Mars and then was sent to the moon. He grew up in London and then was sent to the moon.
So we're taking a bet on this D100 then.
Yes.
I would say yes, he does.
He speaks German.
He speaks German. Not very good German, but he does understand it.
Yes.
He probably also speaks French and Japanese. Because
Probably, yeah. I imagine Argento speaks Japanese, German, French, and maybe Russian.
Oh.
Like the languages that are used in like military or foreign, intel kind of things. Yeah.
Definitely. He will lean forward and whisper in your ear his rough translation of their conversation, his rough idea of their conversation. He's flirting. She's flirting back. I might throw up in my mouth.
It's not on the dress.
Never on your dresses, darling. He mentions how happy she could attend. Glad that their social circle is growing.
Social circle, interesting.
She's inviting him to a environmentalist. No, parks. Joining her in building more parks. No, maybe those are arcologies. I don't. That's not a word I recognize. Sorry, darling.
That's fine. A little disgusting and a little suspect.
Oh, that's interesting. Nope, don't want to know about that ever.
Oh dear.
Look, there are some people I just don't want to know their sexual history. I'm sorry, darling.
Oh no, that's fine.
I don't care about a duchess, but I thought she could definitely do better than Lorien.
Lorien, unless she's interested in social circles.
That did catch my attention as well. Also, apparently that he is bringing some new friends to meet her friends, expanding. He's recruiting. God damn it.
So this party's a big recruitment, eh?
Or at least a celebration for those who are here, and possibly half and half, darling.
We should suss out those who are not involved, and perhaps... Oh, should we make a fool of Mr. Messer here? Put the incompetence on full display.
Always, darling. I follow your lead.
Wonderful. Well, this party might be a success. Well, we can't have his recruitment endeavors be a success.
What did you have in mind, darling? And he'll kind of start leading you around the dance floor away from them.
Yeah. Well, we do have a bit of evidence of what he did to his dear ex-wife, I believe at this point, Miss Alex Mitsley.
Well, they're definitely separated. I don't know if the official
They're separated, but perhaps...
I know they filed. I don't know if the official legal paperwork has come through yet.
Soon. Better be soon. Pushing buttons on people. Yes, I think perhaps we can use dear Alex Mitsley as an angle, because if he's willing to use his own wife in such a manner, what would he do with his circle of friends?
Where are we starting, darling?
Yeah. Shall we go together? Make our rounds together then?
Of course.
Right. Lovely. And yeah, we're just gonna start talking with people who, just people in general, but focusing on those who we assume is not already in the circle. And even if they are, just kind of starting to spread those rumors. Oh, did you hear about his separation from Alex Mitsley?
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say is...
I'm in close contact with her cousin, and goodness, you wouldn't believe the things he did to her. I mean, if the man's willing to do that to his own wife, what would he do to his friends or colleagues?
So, I would say...
Maybe that's why Sebastian's not here.
So, this is going to be persuasion and fast talk.
All right. Love it. Love it.
Again, you can use your +2.
28.
You are definitely getting this rumor spread. And a large number of people, you can as you work the room, you begin to see the delineation of who's already friends
you see
with
he's
Lorian.
He's already hitting on the Duchess. Did you see that?
You can see who's already, you can kind of see that dividing line of who was here to celebrate and who was here as kind of like guests or invited to recruit, right? Because they were a couple politicians, a couple nobles, some bankers, let me show you what's going on. At a certain point, perhaps 10, 15 minutes after you started into this
rumor mill.
A whisper campaign. This is a whisper campaign.
Yes.
I'm giving you lots of credit for it. Make a note, by the way, that you roll a d10.
Sure. 1.
Roll another d10.
8.
Cool. The first is the spread right now of that whisper campaign. And 8 is the number of people who are not currently in this space the branch, right?
Yeah.
So this first day it will branch only about a level 8 for a level 1 kind of. It's you'll probably end up with a local rumor. It's not being picked up by TMZ. It's not being picked up by any of those, but the local.
It's almost better that way. Yeah.
It's kind of started
trying to blast him on TV.
No,
destroy his family name. Just destroy his credibility for the circle.
Yeah, you've definitely decreased right now. You've decreased the circle's abilities to recruit by 1. Yes, there are faction things going on in the background, y'all. Well,
I imagine so, and I imagine if people come up to her chatting about said rumor, she'd increase it. This is stage 2, where it's like, oh yes, I in close contact with her twin sister. She told me everything, and let me tell you, she does not mince words. It was, good heavens, poor girl's been in therapy for years, and you know he's flirting with the Duchess right now. Unashamedly. That means she's either okay with what he did, or she's completely unawares.
Goodness. And the rumor is spreading. The rumor is advancing.
And that's the stage 2 of oh yes, you've heard that, but did you hear this?
Very effective whisper campaign you've got going on. Roll me, at this point, 10 to 15 minutes into this Whisper campaign, Raven will make an appearance on
Oh,
the stage
wonderful.
where the string quartet was playing. Leaves, the string quartet kind of disappears, and the stage now has this figure dressed in a long coat, heavily embroidered black and silver geometric shapes that kind of goes to like mid-thigh, and underneath there's this long black high-collared robe, but there's a full like veil over this figure's face, and it all designed to be intentionally androgynous with no ability to identify later.
Yes, I do want to see though.
Yes.
Look at the build and the height of a said individual, counting in the shoes or whatever. Let's see if it's unlikely, but just to see if it's Sebastian. And that's why he hasn't showed up yet, is because he's like, I'm an alter ego singer, and I didn't want anyone to know, because that seems like something that he could do, and that could be why he's not here yet, because he's going to show up afterwards so he can get out of costume. I don't know. I just want to look at the build and be like, please not be Sebastian.
You want to see if this is particularly Sebastian? That would be human.
Particularly Sebastian.
I'm gonna go with awareness on this.
Yeah, based on voice and build. She's known for a long time. Awareness 15.
It doesn't look like Sebastian.
Okay,
the figure is slighter. I mean, Sebastian is wiry anyways. He's much more of he's an athletic runner, athletic soccer player, but this person is thinner, at least as far as you can determine through the robes that they're wearing.
And it's easy to add bulk, it's hard to take away bulk, so yeah. Sure. Cool.
You're 99% sure it's not him.
Cool. That's fine. He still hasn't shown up, that's fine.
Yep. Nope, he is nowhere to be seen.
Interesting.
They do very well. The performances, again, it's like the epic trailer version of a bunch of like rock songs. It's operatic, but it's also still rock. You could also probably see them as a lead singer for a lead operatic singer for Trans-Siberian Orchestra, or even similar to the opera performance in Fifth Element, but not, the rock portion of that.
Yes.
It's very, very well performed, very well done. Everyone's very clapping. Roll me human perception.
Would love to. Ooh.
16. That's a vibe check for the room, is basically what I'm giving you.
Ah, nice. Vibe check.
The performance is very well received. The performer is very well enjoyed. Lorien and the Duchess seem to be kind of like, have taken up the landing at the bottom of the stairs to kind of like be the center of attention, and are leading the cheer for this Raven. Others, Luca seems to be enjoying it. Liang is impressed, and you catch her eye for a moment, and it's that performer evaluating performer kind of thing. It's like, okay, yeah, you don't get the whole masked thing, but sure, go for it.
You do you.
You do you. And as a number of other people, a bunch of the politicians and some of the bankers, and, seem to be enjoying it. Some more than others. There's a slight smugness on Lorien's face that he just...
Don't like that. Oh, Argento, what are we gonna do about his face? So smug.
Well, am I allowed to punch him in the face here? I could break his nose and then he wouldn't be so smug.
That's fair, but you'd have to have a cause, or it might, become a scandal. And not in our favor.
Hmm.
If we could provoke him.
True, darling. We don't want to be the height of scandal, not in our favor.
Yes. There's scandals that can be good for us. Perhaps we can provoke him. Then you could punch him.
Of course. How would you like to start?
Let's see, we worked the room a bit. The performance has gone off. There'll be a dinner, and then we wrap up. We don't have long. Oh dear. Perhaps we should move this cat.
How did that obviously...
Look, it's cute. I couldn't say no.
But usually you don't let it in the ballroom. Or at least during these events.
Staying out wonderful for the most part. Hanging out by the buffet.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it later. Oh, let's see. Lorian. I think we've identified those who are and aren't in the circle based on the first wave of rumors. Perhaps people are unaware of the circle being those behind those incidents at those weddings recently. Perhaps that could be the hot new gossip, especially amongst those who are not in the circle already.
Indeed. And,
where is your brother?
That seems to be a question. How about you begin engaging the other...
And you message your brother.
Ladies,
yes.
And I'll see where Sebastian is. Yes, indeed.
Please do.
All right. And he'll kind of glance over your shoulder at this point and
And if we really need to steal the thunder, we can announce the you know what.
I figured we'd do that at the end anyways.
Oh, I love you.
I'm glad, darling. I love you as well. And he will full on make a show of raising your hand to kiss it as he bows over it and takes his leave of you. And he had glanced over your shoulder to kind of nod at Stevens to kind of come up and be your bodyguard while Argento went away to see if he can find Sebastian.
Right, and I'll go spread those rumors amongst the crowd who seems to be not here to celebrate. And just be like, oh, but you've noticed we had extra security at this event because, the circle has been going about and bombing parties, special events with high-profile people, and we just wanted to ensure everyone's safety. That kind of thing. Just
Really?
it around.
I hadn't heard any. How did you know? I mean, are we really safe?
Oh, we should be safe here. I mean, I have heightened our personal security, and I've also alerted the local, London security as well. So should anything even think of happening, they can be lickety split.
And well, your husband is, of course, the general. So
it's the only reason I knew to hire extra security. They've been very subtle, quite dangerous, though.
Go ahead and roll that persuasion fast talk. You
I
still
would
get to
love
use that
to.
+2.
Which makes it a ridiculous number. 22. Oh, I only rolled a 3.
This rumor will begin to roll me that D10.
There we are.
This one will spread faster.
Good.
Much faster.
Yes.
Because
the two will intersect at some point. It'll be beautiful.
The first was, gossip. This is, oh my god, we might die.
This is, oh, don't worry, I heightened security, so those nasty circle people get in.
So that will start to spread very quickly throughout the room. And then you see a couple people subtly
It also might
activating.
put some of the people who are in the circle like, oh shit, there is extra security here. We best be careful.
You will also see a number of people who will subtly, like Luca on the side of the room, pull out an agent and start messaging a couple people. And you see him being like, Luca is a nerd. He's a major nerd.
He's a big nerd.
He did graduate from Tycho.
He
right?
did.
He did graduate from the military academy.
Yeah.
He is
military needs engineers too.
Yeah, they need a lot of engineers. We appreciate the CBs and the Army Corps of Engineers. Big chunks of Louisiana really appreciate the Army Corps, or sometimes appreciate the Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah.
But they. So you can see him clocking that, and then also being concerned and like.
And since I have the attaché next to me, I'm like, start a list of names, and I just start listing off people who we're here to celebrate rather than to.
You will get a list of about 10 names. It's not a very big event, right? There's only about 25, 30 people here total, so there's only about 10 names that you'll get added to that list.
Hey, for the people, that's 10 names that may not have already been on people's radar for the being in the circle. And the Duchess is on that list.
The Duchess is on that list.
Duchess is about to have a lot more people watching her. Yep. Interesting.
As the evening progresses through dinner, Argento has not returned when the seating for dinner calls.
Dreadful. You message Argento and see what's holding him up. If it's Sebastian, just like word that he's all right. Thank you. And then, scoots into dinner.
Stevens will go through quickly, and he'll lean forward and whisper, still can't find Sebastian. Argento is fine. The general is fine. He wouldn't say Argento. He would say the general.
Yeah, the general. Thank you. Thank you, Stevens.
And he will go back to
Argento's okay. That's the important thing.
Argento is okay, but he still hasn't found Sebastian. Dinner.
Make polite conversation.
Yes. This is social, I would say.
Oh, I would love to roll social. And I'll spend 2 luck. You know what? Let's spend 3. Let's make this
There is
wonderful.
Also, Hawkeye definitely gave you some very nice luck.
Well, did he? Well, I'll use 1 of his and then 2 of mine. Get +3.
There you go. For social.
21.
You, hold please. Because there is one other person that is important to make a decision.
Ooh.
You become even more the center of attention, even over the Duchess.
Oh, well, I mean, are we really that surprised?
Not at all. I'm not surprised by anything that Aurelia does. It's about the soup course that not Sebastian, that Argento will slide into the seat to your right.
Welcome back, darling.
And he will kind of lean in as if to give you a kiss on the cheek and whisper in your ear, unfortunately I had to make some arrangements for Sebastian, and I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, darling. And then give him a smooch. Of course, darling. And then the soup's lobster.
It's a very pleasant soup. I mean, Elise, even on her limited timeline, can still arrange an event like this.
Yes.
And
yes, Elise is amazing. We're going to give her maybe like a box. We'll send her a nice box of chocolates for her inconvenience with this ordeal today.
With that 21 social, the dining guests are all very pleased. Everything seems to be going well. After the dessert course, Argento will lean into, whisper into your ears, like, I think that announcement might be useful, at least to avoid conversations about other things that might be coming up later, darling.
Well, then let's make that the toast with dessert, then, shall we?
Indeed, and he will very just as he'll let Lorien give the first toast, because after dinner is the point at which toasts begin. Yeah, that you can go ahead and do it if you want.
A spoon against a martini glass. Let's see.
Yes.
The only things I have here is that are sewing scissors.
Lorien will stand and give the first toast of thanking everyone for attending this event, thanking everyone for their support in this new arcology. It'll be a boon. It'll be a grand boon for Scotland and the expansion of Earth's care, and we will bring this. He goes on and on and on. It's kind of long-winded and very annoying and pretentious. Let's see, does anyone... How does he do in his performance here? Well, that's gonna not be a great thing for him. I'm just gonna say, it's not a great number.
No, it's not a great number.
He still rolls pretty high, though.
16.
Enough people kind of are nodding along. I think probably there's enough alcohol having been served with the, dancing and appetizers
Probably.
that people are kind of like, yes, thank you. He gives a good speech. People are appropriate. And then, there's the thank you for attending. And then there's the thank you to Argento and Aurelia for your kind hosting of this event. We appreciate you so much. And, Argento does the, well, thank you, Lorien, and I think that this is the perfect venue to share some wonderful news that we have just gotten received for you all. And then he'll turn and let you give the news that you want to give.
Of course. Yes, and by just received, I mean, we can't hold it in any longer. So, gathered wonderful people here. You are the absolute first to know. Probably not, but I mean, the couple people on the Starblade don't, they don't know about them.
And probably everybody in Argento's military command.
Probably, yes, because they would probably talk about that openly. Well, the absolute first people to know that Argento and I will very soon be having a baby.
There's cheers, there's questions. Liang will lean across, lean subtly, not fully, across the table and be like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Do you know what you're having? And the whole baby conversation will continue for a while.
Yes. We'll be bringing in a little Lux Sterling into this world very soon. And I think perhaps we had Stevens get the info so we could reveal what the baby's going to be.
Okay, yes, so there will be
to step that up an extra step.
Yes, there's an actual box with a ribbon pulled out, and it's designed so that the box can, you pull the ribbon and the box will fall apart. And there's two ribbons on both sides, and it kind of is wheeled to be right between you and not Lorien, you and Argento.
Yes. Yes, Argento, not Lorien. Now, shall we find out before everyone else knows?
1, 2, 3. So what is it? Boy or girl?
Oh, I think we should roll. I think we should roll.
So according to our Artelsorian Mekton rules, if it's evens are for a girl, odds for a boy.
All
if
right,
you're siblings.
Let's roll a d10. Those. Yeah. D10.
It's a girl!
Evens. It's a girl!
Yay! There's cheering, there's support, there's a lot of things going on. Roll human perception.
Would love to roll human perception. I'll even throw a luck in there. 1. 21!
Lorien is, has a very good face on, but you can just see him glaring, like, that glaring daggers underneath to you. The Duchess, however, it seems more contemplative. Like, Lorian's pissed that you stole his thunder. The Duchess is contemplative.
Oh, I'm sure she is. She's probably the brains behind some things. It's thinking. But you know, we're here to steal a little thunder. When has Aurelia not stolen the spotlight? Let's be real.
Take that follow spot when you can.
Yep.
And Argento will then use this as, you know, there's cheers, he'll have a champagne toast, and he'll lean over and, like, kind of...
I imagine it's pink champagne. Like, we
yes.
brought out, we had pink champagne
It's
on
rosé.
standby.
It's a very nice rosé champagne.
Oh, wonderful. A rosé.
By the way, you can also get blue champagne, just saying. It's actually pretty good. And he'll kind of rest his arm around your waist, and, you know, it's like, well, we're so glad that you could join us for this special occasion. Please enjoy yourselves, but we unfortunately must retire for the evening. You do understand, of course, the baby coming, so many things to change. And he will...
So many things to do.
And you know, Argento, this is a little more rushed than he usually does when he's working a room.
Yeah, and so she'll help facilitate that. And oh yes, there's just so much to do. And now that we, you know, we've got to choose paint colors and color schemes and planning. We've done so much already, but there's still so much to do. I'm sure you understand. We're only on Earth for so long.
And he will guide, you know, he will guide you out through the goodbyes and all of these things. Everyone is very, you know, supportive. And he will guide you to the aero car.
And that's even more gossip to just throw out into there. Wonderful. You're all right, darling.
I'm all right. Sebastian's not.
What happened to Sebastian? Is he... Yeah, he'll be all right, yes?
Well, technically we've taken him onto the military hospital because some asshole stabbed my brother. So we're leaving now, darling.
Would this asshole happen to be Mr. Lorian Messer?
I don't know. And considering
we'll find out when he wakes up then.
They stabbed my brother and left him in an alleyway, and he's been unconscious, according to the doctors, for over 24 hours, and they're quite glad that we found him, otherwise he would have been dead. So
I'm very glad I sent you to go look for him then. I sincerely hope he's all right. Perhaps he was... One moment. Oh, Elise?
Madam, was everything to your liking? I assume things were
delightful, and thank you for having the pink rosé on standby. It was very helpful with the baby announcement. Could you tell me when exactly you have the first traces of this party being put into the works?
Certainly, madam. Hold on.
Thank you.
There's a social announcement about a week ago, and but the only thing that gets into my system is about this morning. That's why I was so panicked when I called you earlier today.
Right, and who is the social announcement from? If you don't mind me asking.
The Messer Foundation's, you know, corporate page.
Thank you, Elise. You've been very helpful.
Of course, madam.
Oh, one last question. When you got the message this morning, who was that from?
Master Sebastian, madam.
Wonderful. Thank you. We'll be sending you your favorite chocolates as well. You've been absolutely delightful. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
And she hangs up. 24 hours, you said?
Yes, at least according to the doctors. Is there what's been going on?
Well, I think perhaps he's been hanging out with that crowd, you know. Perhaps he was having second thoughts, some doubts about said involvement. The Messer Foundation put an announcement a week ago, but Elise didn't get the notification till this morning from Sebastian. I'm assuming he didn't have his devices on him when he was taken to said hospital.
Probably not, considering he's been unconscious for a while, so,
Yes, so that means Mr. Lorian Messer, I would assume, or at least someone from the circle, has his devices. I would recommend wiping what you can remotely of
Stevens,
his.
all of Sebastian's security clearance is revoked. Get Saito onto anything legal.
Just figured I should let you know.
Darling, this does present us a complication.
Yes. Many complications, in fact, but...
I don't think your... I mean, I wish to support your career, you understand, of course, I always do.
Of course, you've always been very supportive with all of the things I've decided to start doing.
But I
over
think...
the years. Because she's never stayed in a career for longer than 2 years.
No, she hasn't. I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to have you much closer to home.
Yeah, you know, when is the baby going to be ready? I mean, another, like, what, month or two? It's not long.
Yes.
I'm shocked we managed to keep it under wraps for this long, honestly. I mean, it's about to be out, so we should probably make an announcement on the social media. God, that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night, isn't it?
So perhaps, you don't return to the Starblade?
Well, things have escalated. Who knows how long it's going to take Sebastian to get well and be able to provide us with information that he knows. And, well, Lux, our dearest little daughter, is going to need a lot of attention, you know.
As she is your daughter, I fully expect that she will demand all the attention she deserves.
Oh, all of it. And she does deserve all of it. So yes, I think I could fancy being a stay-at-home mother for a little while. Especially if it'll make you feel better.
Yep.
I will let the people on the Starblade know that I'll be taking a leave of absence.
And it's with that statement...
Maternity leave.
Maternity leave,
that
of course.
That lasts for a few years, right?
Yes, of course. At least 2.
At least 2. That lasts at least 2 years, right?
And with that comment, the camera will pull back away from the aero car as it pulls into the London medical facility hospital, up off of the... through the arcology as the false weather continues to be sunny and gorgeous, while outside it's smoggy, gloomy, more so than London even is normally. And we just see this moment of this juxtaposition between that bright light in the arcology and that darkness spreading around it outside. But that's where we end this solo episode with Aurelia Ludus Sterling. Thank you, my dear. This was so much fun.
Thank you. This was a blast.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm just gonna put it out there. You did 2 things.
I did multiple things.
But you did 2 things behind the stage. Number 1, you Sebastian didn't die.
That's good.
Like, Sebastian could have died.
Like, you really should find your brother. Yeah. It's one thing when you're fashionably late. It's another thing when you're about to miss dinner. Like, let me tell you what.
Yep. That's, those are 2 different events. So, Sebastian lived because you made choices.
Good.
And, you've definitely undermined some of the political power that the Circle is trying to expand into.
Wonderful.
So good for you, good for Aurelia, yay!
She did her talking. She's good at talking. She's real good at talking.
See, I'm glad we got to see that, because we didn't get as much of that.
We didn't. But here was like 28. Here's a rumor for you. Eat it.
Don't worry, I've been keeping notes.
I love it. Some good rumors out there of some information that's, scandalous. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
Yeah, like,
and 3 things. So, saved Sebastian, undermined the circle, and baby announcement. That's
Yep.
a big deal.
You did. Baby announcement. All of these things are very good. But, yeah, we're not gonna have an Aurelia next season at all.
She's got to be a mom for at least 2 years.
She's got to be a mom for at least 2 years.
At least 2 years.
But I'm glad we got to see what Aurelia is gonna be like, and she's gonna be playing that politics espionage game with her husband.
Oh, with her husband, she's gonna be playing. So it's not like she's not gonna be helping out the Starblade. She's gonna be doing politics espionage with her husband, momming, and she's gonna be sending them messages. So I just found out this thing. I thought you might want to know.
I'm looking forward to it. But
and baby pictures. They're gonna get so many baby pictures.
Baby pictures, all the baby pictures. But Lindy, where can we find you? All the fun things. Shill, do all the fun things.
Okay. So, gosh, you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I play and GM some tabletop RPGs. You would normally find me later tonight on Trooper SJP's channel. However, City of Light and Shadow, a World War II French Resistance campaign. However, it is a solo episode tonight with our dear, beloved friend, Greg, my internet dad. And so I can't watch it. I'm not allowed to watch. So I just gotta, do other things around the house, which I think, maybe that means, I don't know, thinking about Mekton stuff and doing some Mekton things that aren't for Aurelia. That's weird.
I mean, are we giving spoilers?
I don't know about spoilers. Maybe just a tease.
A tease?
Because what is Aurelia if not slightly a tease? Yeah.
Aurelia is definitely slightly a tease. I mean, what tease do we give them?
Oh, well, they know that Aurelia is not coming back for season 2, but someone else definitely is. So I will be here for season 2, but I'm going to be playing someone very different from Aurelia, so a lot less glitter all over my desk. God. A lot less gold and silver. And gosh, what should I tease? I'm gonna be working on the outfit later today. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
I mean, what should we tease? Should we?
Maybe. Here, I'll message you.
Yes, message me. Share with me. Share with me the secrets.
I probably misspelled a word terribly. No, I didn't. I did it.
Yes. Share that. Okay,
so the next Mekton character that I will be playing is related to a current member of the crew on Starblade. That's your teaser. That's your tease. You gotta wait to see the rest. You gotta wait and see.
Indeed. But, we will see Lindy back here
on Sunday for Romance of the Blue Rose, and next Wednesday for more Witcher shenanigans. You can also find me all on my own channel on Mondays and Tuesdays for some Dungeons and Dragons, and we will be having our aliens. Schedule's been crazy, y'all. Summer's always kind of weird for schedules, but we have decided with finality, if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna murder someone, or stream anyways and say fuck everything. We don't need a GM or whatever. We're gonna be playing aliens on the 25th of September this month, and I'm here and I'm ready for it. I'm terrified of the black egg, but damn it, I'm just ready to go now. So, fuck fear. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. And prepping a Mekton character for Mekton. It's gonna be great.
Indeed. So yay, Lindy. Thank you again for being here. Hey everyone, you know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter or Prexcore See me around here on Twitch, and right now I'm here. And I hang over and hype other people sometimes. But right now, Sunday we'll be back here for Romance of the Blue Rose. Question, will we get an orgy episode?
Some people certainly hope so.
Some people definitely hope so. Question, will the shard survive fang sickness?
I certainly hope so. For both.
And last question. How do we think Revka's doing?
Evil.
Well, that's a choice. But well, that'll be Sunday here at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern here with Witcher Roads Home. Also some interesting things happening because, you know, we're on our way to Mahakam. There have been conversations, concerns. And then a magical artifact exploded. Don't know what that's about. We'll find out. And then we'll be back here on Friday. Another 3 p.m. Eastern here. Friday next week. So the 10th. And that will be with our second of these solo episodes. With our dear friend, PB! So we get to see what Calyx is up to in the 6-month time span. And then, but other than that, if you missed out, check the YouTube, because I always post all the VODs. I'll make sure that both pieces of these VODs go up, so that they'll be labeled, easy to find, they're all in the playlist. All good. I will probably be starting a second playlist, because you'll notice that the title for this season is different than the title for last season. Wonder what that could mean. But other than that, check my Twitter, because I post where I'm going to be, all the fun, wonderful, fabulous people that I get to hang out with, and we'll catch you. Bye, everybody.